Archangel Michael says listen with your spirit because something holy has opened above your life. A gate, a shift, a crack in the unseen world, a divine opening that was not there yesterday, not there last week, not there even an hour ago. Heaven opened it for you in this exact moment because your destiny demanded it. Archangel Michael says your miracle is standing at the threshold of your life right now. It is not far. It is not delayed. It is not floating in the distance. It is here, touching the edge of your reality, pushing against the veil, waiting for your spirit to wake up and recognize it. He says the reason you were guided to this message is because the portal has already ignited above you. The light is active. The shift is alive. The change is running toward you with speed that will shock you. He says the timing is divine and exact. 2 minutes after you hear this truth, something in the invisible realm will snap into alignment. He says, do not rush. Do not skip. Do not look away. This message is not entertainment. It is activation. It is transmission. It is the sound of heaven calling your name with urgency. Archangel Michael says you have reached a turning point, a spiritual intersection where what you prayed for and what you were destined for are finally touching each other. This is the moment your timeline bends. This is the moment your season cracks open. This is the moment the weight on your shoulders begins to fall away piece by piece. He says for months you have been fighting a quiet battle, a battle people cannot see, a battle that drained your mind, a battle that made your heart feel heavy, a battle that made you question whether heaven remembered your name. But heaven did not forget you. Heaven was preparing something for you that required silence, that required pressure, that required patience. Archangel Michael says the pressure you felt recently was not punishment. It was spiritual acceleration. It was heaven tightening every loose part of your story so the miracle could land without breaking you. You were not being crushed. You were being reshaped, rebuilt, rewired, strengthened for the blessing that is bigger than what you asked for. He says the reason your emotions felt unstable lately is because your spirit has been shifting layers. Old fear breaking off, old doubt peeling away, old insecurity losing its power, old trauma losing its grip. You have been shedding spiritual weight. That is why your chest felt tight some nights. That is why your mind raced. That is why you felt a pull somewhere you could not explain. Archangel Michael says your soul already sensed this portal before your mind understood it. Your inner world felt the vibration of something approaching, something divine, something long-awaited, something that belongs to you by spiritual inheritance. He says, listen carefully now, because this part is sacred. A miracle portal does not open by accident. It opens when 3 things meet: heaven's timing, your readiness, and spiritual clearance from the angels assigned to your path. All 3 have aligned right now. This is why the energy around you feels different today. He says you may not have language for it, but your spirit knows something huge is moving toward you. This is why familiar things suddenly feel unfamiliar. Why certain people feel distant now. Why your old routines feel too small. Why your heart feels restless, like something is trying to break out from inside you. He says you have outgrown the level you were living in. Heaven is pulling you up, calling you higher, positioning you closer to what belongs to you. Archangel Michael says there is a reason he used the word portal, not door, not window, not opening, portal, because this miracle will not come through normal channels. It will break into your life in a way that bypasses logic, bypasses rules, bypasses limitations, bypasses obstacles. It will enter your life through a supernatural route because ordinary routes were blocked by people who misunderstood your calling. He says your life is about to change quickly, faster than your mind can comprehend, faster than your expectations, faster than the delays that have tormented you. You are entering a moment where one shift will rewrite months of waiting. One message will change your direction. One opportunity will open the path that was blocked. One connection will reroute your entire future. Archangel Michael says your miracle is a living energy. It is breathing. It is moving. It is unfolding. And for the first time in a long time, it is finally close enough for you to feel it. He says the attack on your peace lately was not random. It was a sign of breakthrough. The enemy always attacks most strongly when heaven is about to move. Your mind was being targeted because your miracle is mind-shifting. Your heart was being targeted because your miracle is heart-expanding. Your faith was being targeted because your miracle requires faith that does not waver. But Archangel Michael says the attacks failed. They did not break you. They did not stop you. They did not steal your promise. He says even in your tired moments, there was a spark in you that refused to die. A tiny flame that kept burning no matter how overwhelmed you felt. That flame is your destiny. That flame is your spiritual inheritance. That flame is the reason heaven has not let go of your name. Archangel Michael says your alignment is complete. The miracle has permission to enter. The blessing has authorization. Your path is clear. He says in 2 minutes you will feel a shift in your atmosphere. A lightness, a warmth, a sudden calm, a release, a sensation in your chest or your hands. A sign that the spiritual realm has acknowledged your readiness. He says do not doubt what you feel. Do not question the timing. Do not dismiss the signs. This is not imagination. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. Archangel Michael says the biggest movement is happening behind the scenes right now. People you do not know yet are being positioned to help you. Doors you never expected are being prepared to open. Resources that felt out of reach are being moved closer. Solutions that once seemed impossible are becoming simple. He says the reason you struggled so long is because your promise required heavenly arrangement, not human effort. You cannot force it. You cannot push it. You cannot rush it. It had to unfold under divine timing. Now the timing is here. Now the moment is active. Now the shift is happening. Archangel Michael says what is coming toward you carries 3 energies. Restoration, elevation, breakthrough. Restoration will return what you lost. Elevation will lift you where you could not go alone. Breakthrough will push you past the barriers that held you back. He says your name has been spoken in the realm of angels. Your case was reviewed. Your spirit was seen. Your suffering was recorded. Your endurance was honored. Your patience was not ignored. Heaven has decided it is your turn, your season, your chapter, your breakthrough moment. He says this miracle will not slip away like past opportunities. This one is secured, protected, locked in by divine order. He says the miracle coming to you will feel like relief. It will feel like something inside you finally unclenched. It will feel like a release you have not felt in years. It will feel like your soul can breathe again. Archangel Michael says the blessing coming is personal, tailored, designed specifically for your life path, crafted to restore what was broken, created to strengthen what was weakened, shaped to fit the calling on your life. He says this is not a random miracle. This is a destiny miracle, a miracle that changes everything afterward, a miracle that shifts your direction permanently, a miracle that reveals why you had to endure what you did. Archangel Michael says you're stepping into clarity, into favor, into alignment, into acceleration, into divine timing that cannot be delayed. He says your steps are being guided right now. Your mind is being cleared. Your heart is being softened. Your energy is being renewed. Your path is being illuminated. He says the signs you have been seeing, the repeated numbers, the sudden thoughts, the spiritual nudges, the unexplainable emotions, were not random. They were markers, indicators, signals from heaven preparing you for this exact moment. He says you are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are right on schedule for what heaven planned for you. Archangel Michael says your miracle will appear in a way that leaves you speechless. It will come quickly, suddenly, effortlessly, like a shift of wind, like a door unlocking, like a message arriving at the perfect second. He says you will know it is your miracle because it will come with peace, with clarity, with unmistakable certainty, and nothing, not fear, not doubt, not confusion, will be able to steal it. Archangel Michael says your spirit is stronger than you think. You survived storms that were designed to crush you. You walked through seasons that would have destroyed others. You held on when everything around you told you to give up. You carried pain in silence. You carried hope in darkness. You carried faith when nothing made sense. Heaven took note of that. Every tear, every prayer, every night you asked for clarity, every moment you whispered, God, please help me. None of it was ignored. None of it was wasted. Archangel Michael says the weight you carried was not a sign of abandonment. It was a sign of preparation. Your spirit needed to strengthen because the blessing coming requires resilience, requires boldness, requires spiritual maturity, requires readiness for a higher assignment. He says the miracle portal above you is not simply bringing a blessing, it is bringing a new version of you, a version who knows their worth, a version who walks with confidence, a version who trusts divine timing, a version who is no longer afraid of losing what is meant for them. Archangel Michael says the old you is built for survival. The new you is being built for expansion. This miracle will stretch you, grow you, lift you, position you in places your past self would have felt unworthy to enter. He says heaven is not just answering your prayer. Heaven is upgrading your identity, your mindset, your spirit, your destiny path. He says you're stepping out of survival mode. You're stepping into abundance, into overflow, into divine alignment, into purpose that lights your soul. Archangel Michael says look at your recent months. The people who drifted away, the opportunities that suddenly shut, the routines that stopped feeling right, the emotions that became louder. All of it was divine redirection. You were being pulled away from what was draining you. You were being pulled away from people who could not go where you were going. You were being pulled away from environments too small for your expansion. You were being pulled away from versions of yourself that kept you stuck. He says heaven removed certain things not to hurt you, but to free you, to make space, to clear the path, to prepare the room for what is arriving. Archangel Michael says your next chapter requires space. Space to grow, space to receive, space to rise, space to breathe again. This is why separation happened. This is why silence happened. This is why endings happened. Not as punishment, but as preparation. He says the miracle approaching your life is too heavy for a crowded storyline. It needs room. It needs clarity. It needs an open atmosphere. Archangel Michael says you are entering an accelerated season. A season where blessings that normally take months will arrive in days. Where answers that once felt distant will appear instantly. Where clarity will fall on you like warm rain. Where unexpected messages will shift everything. He says pay attention to the next conversation you have. Pay attention to the next opportunity that shows up. Pay attention to the next sign that crosses your path. Heaven will speak through all of them. He says divine timing is extremely active around you. The energy in your life is changing. The air around your spirit feels different. Your intuition is louder. Your dreams feel real. Your senses feel sharper. That is because you're being spiritually awakened. Your inner world is aligning with a miracle that is approaching. Archangel Michael says you will notice 4 signs before the breakthrough lands. A sudden calm that washes over you. A surprising release of something that has been bothering you for too long. A moment where something finally clicks inside your mind. And a shift in your body, warmth, tingles, or a deep breath you didn't know you were holding. These signs are not random. They are indicators that the portal is active. They are signals that your miracle is crossing into your reality. He says heaven has been fighting battles for you behind the scenes. Battles you never saw. Battles you were not aware of. Battles that protected you without you realizing you were in danger. He says the enemy tried to attack your mind because your next season requires mental clarity. The enemy tried to attack your heart because your next season requires emotional strength. The enemy tried to attack your finances because your next season requires stability. The enemy tried to attack your relationships because your next season requires support. But Archangel Michael says every attack failed. You may have felt tired, but you were not defeated. You may have felt anxious, but you were not broken. You may have felt uncertain, but you were not lost. You were being strengthened. You were being guided. You were being prepared. He says you're not the same person you were last year. Not the same person you were 6 months ago. Not the same person you were even last week. Your spirit has evolved. Your heart has matured. Your perspective has shifted. Heaven responded to that transformation. That is why the portal opened. That is why you were called to this message. That is why the activation is happening right now. Archangel Michael says the next stage of your life will feel lighter. The heaviness you carried is leaving. The spiritual fog is clearing. The emotional confusion is dissolving. The internal tension is breaking apart. You are entering clarity. You are entering flow. You are entering divine momentum. He says you will begin to notice how easily things begin to work out. Doors will open without force. Conversations will align naturally. People will appear at the right time. Opportunities will match your path with perfect precision. He says this is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. Your angels have been synchronizing the pieces of your life to make the path smooth for what is coming. Archangel Michael says the miracle approaching your life carries the energy of breakthrough and justice. This is heaven correcting what was done to you. This is heaven repaying what was taken. This is heaven restoring what you lost. This is heaven lifting you into the place you deserved long ago. He says your past battles left marks on your spirit, but those marks are not scars. They are signatures of survival. They are proof of strength. They are evidence that you're chosen. Heaven does not elevate the unprepared. Heaven elevates the faithful, the resilient, the ones who keep walking even when the path is hidden. Archangel Michael says your elevation will confuse the people who underestimated you. Your success will surprise those who doubted you. Your breakthrough will silence the voices that spoke against you. Your glow will unsettle those who tried to dim you. He says your miracle will reveal the truth of who you are. Strong, guided, protected, chosen, aligned with divine purpose. He says this miracle will not just bless you. It will transform you. It will expand your world. It will elevate your identity. It will shift your position. Heaven is moving you into a space where you do not have to fight for what is yours. What is yours will find you. What is yours will stay. What is yours will align. What is yours will not bring confusion. Archangel Michael says confusion is leaving your life. Uncertainty is leaving your life. Fear is leaving your life. Doubt is leaving your life. You're stepping into certainty, into clarity, into confidence, into divine courage. He says your heart has endured enough. Your mind has fought enough. Your spirit has waited long enough. This is why heaven accelerated your timeline. This is why the miracle portal opened. This is why the angels are screaming your name in victory. You are ready. You are chosen. You are aligned. Archangel Michael says in 2 minutes your spirit will start to feel a release. You may feel warmth in your hands, pressure lifting from your forehead, chills running through your spine, tears trying to fall, or a deep breath coming from the center of your chest. Do not ignore it. That is your spirit receiving divine confirmation. That is the miracle stepping closer. That is heaven marking you for breakthrough. Archangel Michael says your season of waiting is closing. Your season of change is beginning. Your season of open doors has arrived. He says what is coming next will not feel forced. It will not feel uncertain. It will not feel unstable. It will feel right. It will feel aligned. It will feel peaceful. It will feel destined. He says this miracle carries healing for your emotions, healing for your past, healing for your confidence, healing for your heart. It carries movement in your finances, movement in your opportunities, movement in your relationships, movement in your life purpose. It carries clarity for your decisions, clarity for your path, clarity for your spirit, clarity for your next steps. Archangel Michael says you will soon find yourself saying, "Now I understand why I had to wait. Now I see why things ended the way they did. Now I see why that door closed. Now I see why I was redirected. Now I see why nothing made sense until now." He says everything is about to make sense. Everything is about to fall into place. Everything is about to shift in your favor. The miracle is not coming. It is arriving. It is entering. It is unfolding. It is attaching itself to your timeline right now. Archangel Michael says stay open. Stay receptive. Stay aligned. You are in the exact moment heaven has been preparing you for. Archangel Michael says the energy around your life is rising. You may not see the shift with your physical eyes yet, but your soul can feel it. Something is moving. Something is approaching. Something is awakening inside you. This is not imagination. This is alignment. He says the reason your intuition has been so loud recently is because heaven has been whispering instructions into your spirit. Small nudges, small impulses, small feelings that push you toward something new. You may not have understood those feelings, but heaven did. Those nudges were preparing you for this exact moment. Archangel Michael says the miracle portal above you is pulsing with light. It is responding to your faith. It is responding to your endurance. It is responding to the purity of your heart. It is responding to your willingness to grow. This miracle is magnetized to your spirit. He says the breakthrough coming is connected to your purpose. This is not a random blessing. This is a strategic blessing. It will shift your direction in a way that aligns you with your highest destiny. It will push you into the version of yourself that heaven always knew you were. Archangel Michael says you have prayed for change. You have cried for clarity. You have begged for confirmation. You have asked for peace. Heaven is responding with movement. He says every delay you experienced was not a denial. It was divine protection. Heaven was keeping you away from places where your soul would have been wounded. Heaven was blocking paths that would have drained your energy. Heaven was closing doors that were not aligned with your destiny. It may have hurt. It may have confused you. It may have felt unfair. But Archangel Michael says, every closed door saved you. He says the miracle that is coming is so significant that the wrong people could not have access to you during its arrival. This miracle requires purity of environment, clean spiritual space, no distractions, no interference, no draining energies. That is why separation happened. That is why your circle became smaller. That is why silence fell around certain relationships. Not because you were alone, but because heaven was clearing the room for what is entering. Archangel Michael says you are entering a season of divine empowerment. Your voice will grow stronger. Your confidence will return. Your clarity will sharpen. Your inner light will rise again. You will feel like yourself after a long time of feeling emotionally scattered. He says the miracle approaching you is not just external. It is internal. A renewal of your strength. A renewal of your worth. A renewal of your faith. A renewal of your emotional foundation. He says you will wake up soon and feel different. Lighter. Clearer. More grounded. More alive. More connected to your purpose. This is the energy of the portal integrating with your spirit. Archangel Michael says something powerful is happening inside your timeline. Heaven is rearranging events, rearranging opportunities, rearranging connections, rearranging circumstances so that everything aligns perfectly at the right moment. He says someone is being guided toward you, a person whose presence will shift the direction of your journey. This person carries purpose. This person carries clarity. This person carries alignment. This person carries the missing piece of a divine puzzle in your life. He says this connection is not coincidence. It is orchestrated, marked, pre-written in your destiny. Your lives were meant to intersect at a specific season. That season is arriving now. Archangel Michael says the portal above you is not just releasing blessing. It is releasing speed, acceleration, momentum, energy that pushes everything forward quickly. That is why things will begin to change faster than you expect. He says you will receive guidance in unexpected ways. A message, a dream, a sudden thought, a divine nudge, a shift in your emotions, a realization that hits your spirit with clarity. Do not ignore these moments. They are instructions. They are signals. They are pathways to your breakthrough. Archangel Michael says your miracle will remove burdens you have carried for too long. Stress that kept you awake. Worry that sat heavy in your chest. Fear that lived in your mind. Those energies will melt away when this miracle arrives. Because this miracle carries divine peace. He says peace is the confirmation that something is for you. Confusion is the sign that it is not. Your miracle will not confuse you. It will bring calm. It will bring relief. It will bring stability. It will bring certainty. Archangel Michael says your heart has been aching for change. You have been tired. You have been stretched. You have been tested, but you have also been growing, even when you didn't realize it, even when you felt lost, even when you felt weak. Heaven saw your strength in your weakest moments. Your angels stood beside you when you felt forgotten. Your spirit fought battles silently that heaven is now rewarding loudly. He says breakthrough is your inheritance because endurance was your offering. Archangel Michael says the miracle portal is releasing 3 energies simultaneously. Closure, transition, manifestation. Closure will remove a chapter that has drained you. Transition will shift you into a new identity. Manifestation will bring what you have been praying for. He says you may start noticing endings, sudden shifts, abrupt changes. Do not fear them. They are indicators that the miracle is close. Breakthrough often enters through the doorway of ending. He says your life will not return to its old state. You will not go back to who you were. You will not repeat the same cycles. You will not be trapped in old patterns. Heaven has broken the loop. Your spirit has been freed. Your timeline has been reset. Your destiny has been activated. Archangel Michael says the next miracle will feel like justice. It will feel like restoration. It will feel like a long-awaited promise finally reaching your hands. It will feel like heaven saying, "Now you rise." He says your spirit is entering a state of divine receiving. You have given enough. You have tried enough. You have survived enough. Now it is your time to receive. He says prepare yourself emotionally. Prepare yourself spiritually. Prepare yourself mentally. What is coming will exceed what you imagined. The blessing is larger than your expectation. The shift is deeper than your intention. The miracle is bigger than your request. Archangel Michael says the next 2 minutes after this message end will be crucial. The spiritual realm will begin adjusting itself around your energy. Expect a release. Expect a sign. Expect a shift. Expect confirmation. A warmth. A tingle. A breath. A calm. A sudden awareness. A spiritual stirring. He says that moment is proof that the portal is active. That heaven is responding. That the miracle is on its way. Archangel Michael says your name is being spoken in heaven with honor. Your spirit is being lifted. Your path is being cleared. Your destiny is being unlocked. Everything that was delayed is now being accelerated. He says step forward with faith. Do not shrink. Do not doubt. Do not fear. You are walking into a season marked by divine speed and divine certainty. He says your miracle is sealed. Your timing is accurate. Your spirit is ready. Your angels are positioned. The portal is open. The miracle is moving. Your breakthrough is coming. This is your moment. This is your shift. This is your divine confirmation.